Today, I am going to tell you 3 things I wish I knew before I got started into tech. If you are someone trying to get into tech, or if you are switching careers to get into tech without a CS degree, this video is for you. I will talk about 3 things I wish I knew before I got into tech. The first thing is the math genius myth. I used to think that before getting into tech, you must be a math genius. It turns out this is a big myth. There are several people who are in tech, who are software developers, who are doing other things without them being a math genius. It's just like any normal education. These people got into a program, studied, passed an exam, followed the normal process after they're done with the program, and got a job. So if you're thinking of becoming a software developer and you're wondering or you're worried that in order to become a software developer, you must be a math genius, I need you to switch that way of thinking. You need mathematics and problem solving skills, logic, and all that. But you don't have to be a math genius to become a software developer or to start working in tech. So if that is the only reason that's keeping you away from getting started to switch careers or to start getting into tech, I need you to find a program and get started right now. The second thing is a computer science degree. Before I got into tech, I used to think that I need to have a computer science degree to be able to work in tech. I also think like it must be very hard to get a computer science degree because probably most of the people who are already in tech have been thinking to be a computer scientist since they were pretty young. Just like if you're a social scientist, you probably know that you want to become a lawyer or a political scientist. If you know, you know, since you were a kid. So I used to think that you must have a computer science degree in order to get into tech. That was my perception at the time. But then guess what? There is the non-traditional path that you can take by doing courses at the university or doing a boot camp or doing courses on platforms like Coursera, Udemy Academy, and so on to become a software developer or to work in tech. All you have to do is to find those platforms or courses, sign up with determination and hard work. Before you know it, you will get started in tech. So if you're still contemplating, what are you waiting for? The third thing is the job market. Having a tech education is one thing, but getting to know the job market is another thing. I used to think that I got started with the education, I passed all my exams, I am definitely going to get a job in tech. That is not the case. Why is that not the case? Because first of all, you've switched careers, you started applying for jobs. All the recruiters are a bit skeptical about employing you because you've already had a previous background. So they're a bit skeptical if you're good at this new skill set, especially if it's your first job. So that part was something I was definitely not ready for. I wish I knew that the process required of a deep dive into which area in tech I would like to focus on. Is it front end? Is it back end? Is it full stack developer? Is it in DevOps or DevRel? I wasn't prepared for that because I had like zero clue at the time. I also wish I knew how to identify which companies I want to work with. Is it a product company or is it a consultancy firm that I want to work with? That is also a big factor if you're new in tech to decide if you want to start with a service company or if you want to start with a product company. I had no idea. There's a difference. Again, these things are hard to identify when you're new in tech and you're switching careers. So if you are in this position, learn to figure out which area you want to focus on in tech, which type of companies you want to work with, and then identify those and get started with them because that will help you break into tech and potentially for you to land your first internship or job in tech. To summarize, you don't need to be a math genius to break into tech. You need motivation, interest, drive to get started. That's about it. You don't also need a computer science degree to get started in tech. You can be in tech by following the non-traditional path to learn the skill set and get started. Lastly, it can be hard to break into the job market, but once you figure out which path you want to take, it becomes easier. If you are navigating in tech without a computer science degree, or if you're aspiring to follow the non traditional path, I post videos every Wednesday. Bye.